You already know I have always something a little clever to say when I open the video. So it's kind of a two-part situation here, all right? So my first thing is, I don't know how Maggie is the owner of Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I don't know how she does it. I don't know who she's friends with over at the United States Parcel Service, but honey, you need to remain friends with them. Give them a little Christmas gift because she always sets you up for success. He or she, okay? Always sets you up for success because literally the palette launched on October 18th. Around noon Central Standard Time. I had my palette on Monday the 21st by 7 p.m. It's always blends. It never fails, like literally. And I thought it wasn't going to happen because I literally got a tracking notice that said, or estimate by the USPS that said Friday. And I was like, that don't even sound like blends, like all the way to Friday. But nope, it came Monday. So I don't know how you do it, girl, because like literally, it's crazy. It was like 1.5 business days that they had to offer. Who do you know? Okay. Now my next statement is this palette in this video gave me a run for my money. Okay. It'll probably be on the thumbnail. It gave me a run for my money and you're going to see why. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's jump in because we have the beautiful Blend Bunny times Robert Welsh Divination palette to present. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So you heard my rant, you heard my praise about the fast shipping with Blend Bunny Cosmetics, and you heard that the palette's gonna give me a run for my money. And what do I mean? The palette gave me a run for my money because you don't see some looks. I did 3 looks yesterday on Tuesday. I was like, yes, palette's here. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna film, get this up. And I was like, I don't like any of these looks. And I said to my friends, Kara, Yadi, and Jamila, they're over here on YouTube. I said, I had to wipe it off, log off, take a nap. They was like, is it the palette? I'm like, nope, it's not the palette. It was me. Did not like them. So, you know, yeah, you're going to see those. And then you're going to see some looks that I do like. That was like, okay, yes. Once I took a step back, took a little refresher, I was like, yes, loving it. Looks like this. Yes, Ashley approved because what I was giving you before, it was a little subpar. You might not think it was subpar. You might like them. Let me know. I don't know. I think it was subpar, but I'm carried away. Let me introduce myself. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup, but please just call me Ash or Ashley, and eyeshadow is my jam. So if you've been over here before, you know I love me some Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I do have a code with Blend Bunny Cosmetics. It is Dr. Ash. So you can use Dr. Ash in order to save 10%. Now, I do get a lot of PR from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, but I did purchase this particular palette myself. I have not got the collabs, and I understand because a lot of times with collabs, like the person they're collabing with has a whole host of people that they want to share it with, and so does the brand, and it's extra cost because it's collab. So I'm cool, and I'm happy to support my brand that I love so much when I can, okay? And I'm thankful for everything else that I get in PR. Now, this is the beautiful Divination palette. Like I said before, it released on October 18th. Shipping super fast. Got it that Monday. It came out on Friday. Now, the palette does retail for $48, but there's so many codes out there. So if you don't use my code, but you know, using my code does put it right back into this channel. You feel free to use anybody else's code. Now, when you open it up, it's based off of like fortune telling. And it is just so cool. Like, look at the packaging. Definitely is giving like Robert's vibes. And it's also like giving the Blend Bunny vibe. So once you open it up, it does open up a little bit different. So it kind of opens up like a book. So it's not like a standard palette where it kind of opens up like this. You know, you have it here. You open up as a book, and then you have your full length mirror. Per usual, I have not taken the film off of it. And then you have the beautiful palette right here. It is set up in true Blend Bunny fashion, so you guys don't have to run and cry. And we talk about why are the shades so scattered apart. So it does go from like lightest to darkest with the opposite. Like basically he has 2 shimmers flanked, and it's still kind of like in a row. Because if you look at his video, he actually explains like these are the lighter row of shimmers. Then you got the lighter row mattes, mid-tone, deeper, and then you have the deeper shimmer. So it is still set up pretty much true to fashion. I still like how they mix up palettes. It doesn't really make me any difference, but I do understand Now, a lot of people are accustomed to this particular layout. Plus, it just kind of helps you figure out like what the color gradients are. You can just kind of make monochromatic looks, or you can be like me and jump across the palette. I like to jump across the palette so you guys can see all different types of looks. Now, the collection did release with a bunch of other stuff. You had some glosses, you had some lashes, and I want to say the whole bundle was like $90. It is still available on the website, and usually Maggie does go ahead and restock as necessary. Now, the palette does come with this beautiful unicarton that actually matches the actual palette itself, so you are getting the same work. And on the back you also have the ingredients here, and then also the palette is vegan, it's cruelty free, the packaging is recyclable, and once you open this palette it is good for 12 months. But if you keep your makeup in a cool and dry area, you know it will be okay. The product is made in China. The net weight of it is 34.7 or 1.22 ounces, and basically you have the same information right here on the back. There are the eyeshadow ingredients, and then some of them are considered to be like face pigments, excuse me, depending on where you are, you know, if you're like located in the EU or you're located in the US, because we do have different rules and regulations. Now, Blend Bunny Cosmetics is distributed out of West Terre Haute, Indiana, US. Oh, it's distributed. Okay. But I think actually Blend Bunny actual brand is in Texas. I did not realize they were like in West Terre Haute, Indiana. Okay, so that's something new I just realized. I'll have to ask Maggie about that. But I really thought she was in Texas. Okay, maybe it's part of the lab there. Okay, and it does have one more warning about use for external use. Keep away from children. Face pigments contain pigments which, according to the US, are not suitable for use on the eye area. But you know, just kind of do a patch test if you know that you react somewhat different. A lot of times it's the reds, sometimes the purples, but there aren't any reds in this particular palette. And of course, you should discontinue if any irritation occurs. So like I said in the beginning, I sat down to film and I was like, basically finished the looks, and I was just like, nope, nope. Wiped two of them off, put another one on, and said nope. So I went and took a nap and came back the next day. So here I am. So let's go ahead and jump into the looks, and I'll see y'all on the other side. I don't like these looks, guys. It's fine, but we're gonna try it again. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. I went and ate something. We're gonna try it again. I'm just gonna move in a different direction, and I'm just gonna shut up and do these looks, okay? So the video won't be too long, but I'll see how I edit it, because I don't know. But let's just go ahead and get started. When I started filming these looks right here, the mic wasn't on, because I changed the battery to my mic so I could start fresh, so the battery would not run out. So what I was saying when I started this look, or actually, I'm just going to pretend like I'm starting again, okay? So for the look, of course, you already know I had my same prep work that I always do. I had my eyebrows filled in with my Goof pencil, same primer. I took a step back. It is a whole nother day. And I was just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I get overwhelmed with Blend Bunny palettes, but I don't get overwhelmed. I think it's a demand that I put on myself, because I always like to show the creative possibilities, and I like to work outside of the preset color roles that are already curated, just to show the infinite possibilities of how to use the palette, and not to feel that you just have to stay in these roles, and know that you can kind of jump around and still get really good cohesive looks, but just so you have an idea how to put it together, because everybody can just, and it's no shade, but everybody could just kind of go down the line and be like, yes, use this, use this, use this. And I do that too, but I like to jump around, and a lot of the colors like really complement each other. So I was just flustered. This look kind of looks like something I did yesterday, but it's executed so much better. So yeah, I mean, yesterday I was just flustered. It was giving wipe the look off, take a nap, and that's what I did. So I'm back to start the look. And now you're going to see me start the look. I'm going to go in with the shade Money on this eye because I was talking for a half a moment. Didn't realize the mic was on. But I started with Money, and then I just went ahead and built the look. And you'll see me on the other side of the two looks. The video is giving me a run for the money, the whole video, okay? Let me tell you. So I just got through talking about the looks because I changed my battery. Did not hit record. So I'm here. These are the looks, and I am just so thrilled about how it turned out. And let me tell you something right here. This look right here is going to be one of my go-to looks for this palette. Like, it is gorgeous. It is effortless. It is smoky. It's neutral with a pop of color. And baby, like, I thought it could all go up in smoke. When I added that purple, I was like, ooh, I don't know. So let me repeat everything I just said. So I went in with Skeptic right here, which is a beautiful, just mid-tone brown. It stamped so well and was so nice on my complexion. And unlike the first look where I did was neutral, I went in with this shade as just to blend it out versus going in with it all the way as a transition. Then popped in with our deepest brown, which just gave it a really nice hint and that depth that you needed on the inner corner, on the outer corner rather. And then this was like, it could all go left, but I'm going to try it. And it was just a good move. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to Blend Bunny. That's why I like jumping in between so you can get the different color combinations that we normally wouldn't think of. And so for this particular look, I actually opted to go in with the lighter brown shimmer shade right here that kind of gave a more of a, you know, silver slash rose gold look. And definitely went ahead and used my glitter glue because I felt that some of the shimmers were a little not as opaque as I wanted it to be. So normally I don't use glitter glue with the Blend Bunny shimmers, but especially, well, I would say the Longing palette I definitely did because those were like thick and they had like the mica and heavily duochrome. But these, I definitely feel like it benefited. Like the blend in both of these looks is blend. Okay, it's blends. That's what we're doing. It's blends. So thrilled at how this came out, and then popped in with number 7, and this just really just brought the look to life. Really excited about how this looks over here. This is very tropical. I love it, and I do love how the black, it just really goes in nicely and kind of creates a depth and doesn't actually change the hue of the shade, just makes it deeper. Because I was actually surprised of how light 13 was. I thought it would be a little bit deeper, and I was a little shocked about it when I used it yesterday. Went ahead with Money, kind of just stamped it in. Took a little bit of the teal shade, but I kind of covered it up. But definitely went in with these shimmers. I found that Oracle was definitely a little bit lighter. So I definitely went in with, you know, okay, I'm going to use the glitter glue. And definitely using the glitter glue help scry as well as lighter kind of limoncello type of color here. So overall, I'm really pleased about how they look. But if I'm telling you, this look right here, oh my gosh. So for the face details, you can basically do a full face. Not basically, you really can do a full face with Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I'm not sure why I didn't use my Forget Me Not palette for like my contour and everything like that. But, and I had it sitting right here, but I just forgot to. But I went in with my good old sample of the Huda Beauty foundation in the shade Peanut Butter. And I'm really like trying to figure out what shade I'm going to get for the sale. Because I was really tan when I bought peanut butter, but peanut butter, like my tan is kind of dying down, but I feel like peanut butter is still like looking good and it's still sitting with like my neck well. So I don't know, I might just get peanut butter and call it a day. And if it don't work, shoot, I got plenty of the stuff I can use in the drawer, you know. But I went ahead with my Radiate Creamy Concealer by Nars in the shade Caramel. Took my good old handy dandy Sephora contour stick in the shade Medium to Tan. I definitely recommend this for the sale. Plus, it'll be 30% off, and it's, I think it was like $10. It was inexpensive anyway. And of course, like the eye pencils help make it. Went in with Outer Space right here. I love this little teal liner by ColourPop. And then on the other eye, I went in with the multi-chrome gel liners. And this is the shade, I want to say this is, I think this is Acting Up, the purple shade that I have basically used down to the bottom. And then, of course, but I did use my Bare Cheeks palette by Blend Bunny Cosmetics. And I went ahead and took the purple shades right here and kind of mixed it in a little bit with the red. For my highlighter, I used my same old highlighter because I don't have the highlighting palettes by Blend Bunny, but although I could use my Forgive Me Not, but you know, you've been here before, you know the story behind that. Of course, I went in with my favorite new lashes, which are these brown lashes. Oh my gosh, you know, I'm in love with them because they're so flirty and dramatic and soft at the same time. Went ahead with my favorite liquid cream matte by Blend Bunny Cosmetics in the shade Doll Face. It did come with a matching lip liner at the time. I have used that up. And so I went in with Venom, which is somewhat similar. And this is by Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner. So I am going to create another look. We're going to get some battery power. I'm going to make sure the mic is on. We're going to do this again. It's been an interesting video. You never know what you're going to get over here sometimes. Happy as a clam. Look at this look. It is just so gorgeous. So I am so glad I sat there. I gave it a day, let my creative juices flow so I could give you some really beautiful looks, because I think we can all agree my other looks were a little subpar. And if you don't think that, then thank you. But to me, it just wasn't giving what it should have give. And this is just so gorgeous. The blendability, of course, just like we know it should be because it's Blend Bunny. And that's why I was like, okay, I'm having some issue. But I do definitely feel that you should use a glitter glue with these particular shimmers. They just have so much better they just pop a lot better, especially because part of the palette right here, this one column, which would be this column, they're more iridescent, especially not so much as this one, but all of these are definitely more iridescent, and he definitely designed it to be like that. And so I did go back and watch the video last night because I was like, because I'm just having some trouble here. Let me just figure out what's going on. But so definitely these are designed to be a little bit lighter. Of course, this one is much more opaque than the rest of these. I have not tried Crystal. Let's see. because, you know, white shimmers, sometimes my thing, sometimes not my thing, more than likely, usually not my thing, but I think everything worked out really nicely. I'm really happy with how that purple looks now. It's like substantial. It can hold up with the mattes. So everything I really like so far that I've actually used. Now this shade was beautiful too. I did use it in one of the looks that I did not like. So as far as these two I liked, I did not use this one. So everything I have kind of tested out. I have not tested out this particular shade. And I already told you about Crystal. But overall, I really do like how everything blended. The grays were definitely beautiful with the slate gray, and then you have a little bit darker gray. The black worked well also. Found out these two browns right here, and this brown is especially a standout. This one was really nice to kind of help soften up some of these harder shades. So that's how I kind of approach this shade. Unless you're a little bit lighter than me, then that could kind of possibly serve as a really nice, you know, transition shade. I think on my skin complexion, if you're a little bit deeper, it kind of gets lost, but it does definitely help to kind of like buff out those edges. And then also the only shade that I was not that thrilled about was actually Aura. And I was actually really excited about that shade because I didn't feel like we had a shade that was kind of like this tangerine orange shade in any of the palettes. It might have had one or two, but nothing like substantial as that. So that was one of the shades that did disappoint me. I did not try these two particular pastel shades or this, but majority of the shadows in the palette I did touch. I do like how everything was able to layer over each other. Like I said, I was a little shocked about how much brighter this particular green was versus like how it kind of appeared in the pan. But I did like how the purples played out. I really like how that purple looked once I blended it over the grays. It was really nice, but I do feel like the purple was probably a little bit lighter. Where in the inner corner or the outer corner to kind of like anchor the look might have been a little bit lighter, but then of course we do have that black, and like I said, it just blended so well and everything together. So this is like what I expect, because I was like, oh man. So with the other two looks, once I got the neutral look with the purple over here, I was like, okay, I'm feeling better about the palette. I'm feeling better, but I was still like, oh, I don't know if I could kind of put it into like one of my rotations with my blends. But now that I got this look, I'm like, okay, yep. I'm here with it. And sometimes it's all like just taking a little step back from the palette. But I think he did a fabulous job now that I'm out of my feelings and out of my little rut. And I do really like the packaging. It is quite catchy and it's just nice. And it gives his vibes, but still very true to Blend's Bunny, which I really appreciate. So let me know what your favorite look is. It would be, this would be my favorite look. And that neutral look with that purple, honey, that look is coming back again because it's like so wearable with a pop of color. You cannot deny that. And I think there are a lot of wearable options in this palette with the kind of like the two rows of browns. So let me know what you guys like the best. You can let me know if you like the looks that I did like. So leave me that. I'm not even sure how I'm going to work those in because you might not even get the talking points, but you'll see some of it. So leave me a comment down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which should be soon because I'm getting on the roll. I am still struggling with all of my stuff, but this brings me joy, okay? So if you haven't been here, I've been really sick. I've been recovering, but this brings me joy and gives me something to look forward to doing in the midst of just going to the doctor and physical therapy. So yeah. So with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, hey, chair dance. All right, y'all. Bye.